Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name's John Minns. I'm from the Australian National Centre for Latin American Studies, and I'd like to welcome you all here tonight to this concert by TangoMundo. Before I say a few words of thanks, I'd like to say that TangoMundo has been great friends of ANCLAS over quite a number of years now. Faye and Guillermo were here for some time in the very early days when we started to organise ANCLAS, and were absolutely essential to its survival. But since then, since they've formed TangoMundo, this group has become pretty much the ANCLAS Tango group, I would think, and have performed now for us 3 times, I think, 3 concerts here in Canberra. And they're here again tonight to launch their new CD, which will be on sale in the interval, by the way. I'd also like to particularly thank the Embassy of Argentina in Canberra and the Ambassador, His Excellency Pedro Villagra Delgado, who always are terrifically helpful with ANCLAS and organising numerous events of a cultural and political, historical nature. And just to emphasise that, I'd like to, because I don't want to speak for very long and the music should start any time now, I'd just like to invite the Ambassador to say a few words.
Thank you, John. Well, thank you, all of you, for being here. It's always a pleasure to participate in one of the events of ANCLAS. ANCLAS is the icon in Australia, not just in Canberra. By the way, the highest ranking university in Australia, which is congratulations to the ANU, and certainly ANCLAS part of that. Having these events through ANCLAS in Canberra is fantastic. Having the Centre for Latin American Studies here is great. And I could not agree more with John, so thank you, John, and your team, but I couldn't agree more with you. The TangoMundo is a sort of permanent feature already, and well, both Guillermo and Faye, they used to teach here also as well in the ANU, so that's we have academic tango musicians, tango performers, tango composers, and tango dancers. And one of the things that I was just telling Guillermo before we started is when this thing that el tango se baila en español, tango is meant to be danced in Spanish, except the ambassador of Argentina who could not dance it. So it is a terrible thing. And actually, one of the good things about Australia is that tango is danced by everyone here. So that's one of the great things. You have lots of school of tango in Melbourne, in Sydney, in Adelaide, in Canberra. None of them has managed to convince me, but you know, old dogs don't learn new tricks. So, and I have the utmost respect for tango, and that's why I don't even try to dance it. I can sing a bit, and I like it a lot. Well, I'm delighted to be able to present this CD by Guillermo Anal, Faye Bentos, and Dave Evans, who is with the band, with the accordion. He manages to make it sound like a bandoneon, so that's quite a crafty thing to do. And it is a very good group, and we've had the opportunity to see them in a number of occasions, as John mentioned. By the way, Guillermo also is a writer. He wrote a couple of books that we presented in Melbourne and here. So it is a pleasure for me to launch the CD, to be present in the concert that they are going to perform. At the end, after the interval, at the end of the second part, there will be some Argentine wines and food there for those of you, just to stimulate you to get a couple of a glass of wine and then come and dance. And besides, and also we are launching the website of TangoMundo. So it is a great pleasure, and going one step beyond John, the CD is up for sale, and this is the CD. So don't get confused. This is the one you have to buy. It has the yellow. It has an image of La Boca in Buenos Aires, and this image in La Boca is close to one that has a figure of Maradona. It's just out of Caminito. It's not in Caminito. It's just on the opposite side when you leave. So enjoy the evening and enjoy the show. Thank you.
TangoMundo website, Guillermo's just sort of turning it back to that, is we've tried to make that a website that's not just talking about us as a group and so forth, but actually is a huge wealth of information about tango history in Argentina, all to do with the streets of Buenos Aires, the history, the culture, the personalities of tango, the venues where tango is performed, and there's over 100 photographs on that site as well, all categorised. So please go in and have a look, and along with the archival photos that are in there, there's a lot of information. So we've tried to make it educational as well as entertaining, as well as talking something about our group, but we've tried to make it so that we're disseminating a lot of knowledge about the culture of Argentina at the same time. And of course, probably for everyone in this room, we're converts. We know about Latin America and so forth, and we already are fans perhaps of tango music or the music and dance of other countries in Latin America. But I'm constantly surprised at the general community in Australia, at how little they know of the countries of South America and our Australian relationships with them. And so I think it's a credit to John Minns and ANCLAS at the ANU to have developed such a strong institution which has formed such great bonds and relationships in government, in business and in culture between Australia and Latin America. And I think, yes, as the ambassador said, it's the first and it's the biggest in Australasia. It's a wonderful thing to have here in Canberra. So we'd like to perform for you tonight a number of pieces. And as we go through, we'll be showing some of the slides up on the screen. A lot of them are from the website, and a lot of them are the iconography, the street art of Buenos Aires, which depict tango figures or dancing and so forth.
We're going to start with a piece called bandeau. Bandeau is the French word, affectionately calling the bandoneon. In France they call it le bandeau. And it's a piece that Piazzolla composed in 1954 as soon as he finished his course under Nadia Boulanger. He studied composition under Nadia Boulanger, and after he finished, in order to celebrate his completion of the course, he wrote 12 tangos, and in the space of 10 days he recorded it with a section of the orchestra of the Paris Symphony Orchestra, and the pianist was Lalo Schifrin back then. So bandeau is a part of that series of tangos from 1954. Yeah? Aires Hora Cero. It's a tango that Piazzolla wrote originally for his quintet, and then it became a central piece of his different ensembles, and he wrote many arrangements of this piece, also for the nonette and the sextet, and it's one of Piazzolla's favorite pieces of his own. And he used to say that the listener should imagine, he wrote it when to reflect on his experience when he finished playing in the tango orchestras, in the tango band, and he was coming home at 3, 4 in the morning in Buenos Aires. So it's a very early hour, and it's late, and it's dark, and he tried to reflect a very eerie feeling of the walker in the night of Buenos Aires. Choclo. This was originally an instrumental piece by Ángel Villoldo, who we consider like the father of tango, a little bit like Scott Joplin in the jazz history. Ángel Villoldo composed the music, and many years later, in the 1940s, Enrique Santos Discépolo, arguably one of the most influential tango poets in history, added some lyrics. So, El Choclo by Discépolo and Villoldo.
Con este tango que es burlón y compadrito, se atorazaras la ambición de mi suburbio. Con este tango nació el tango y como en grito salió del sórdido barrial buscando el cielo, con muro extraño de un amor hecho cadencia, que abrió caminos en male de su esperanza, mezcla de rabia, de dolor, de fe, de ausencia, llorando en la inocencia de un ritmo juguetón. Por tu milagro de notas agoreras nacieron sin pensarlo las paicas y las grelas, luna en los charcos, canyengue en las caderas y una ansia fiera en la manera de querer al evocarte. Tango querido, siento que tiemblan las baldosas de un bailongo y oigo el rezongo de mi pasado. Hoy que no tengo más a mi madre, siento que llega en punta y pie para besarme. Cuando tu canto nace el son de un bandoneón, cara, caran, can, un pasillo al mar con tu bandera, y en un perno mezcló a París con Puente Alsina, triste compadre del gavión y de la mina, y hasta comadre del bacán y la pebeta. Por vos, chucheta, cana, reo, emicia dura, se hicieron voces al nacer con tu destino. Misa de faldas que ostenta y cuchillo que ardió en mi conventillo y ardió en mi corazón. Con tu milagro de notas agoreras nacieron sin pensarlo las paicas y las grelas, luna en los charcos, canyengue en las carreras y una ansia fiera en la manera de querer al evocarte. Tango querido, siento que tiemblan las baldosas de un bailongo cuando tu canto nació el son de un bandoneón.
Now we are going to continue with the piece that is yes, it's very distinct in the repertoire of Astor Piazzolla. Among all the pieces that he wrote for his different ensembles, this is the only one that is neither a tango nor a milonga. It's called Coral, and it's the piece that comes closest to classical music, and it belongs to an album called Adiós Nonino from 1969. And it's a piece also in which Piazzolla comes very close to a musical trend in the 20th century called neoclassicism. So Coral was originally written for violin, bandoneon, electric guitar and double bass. next we are going to play one number of the Suite Troiliana. This is a suite that Piazzolla wrote as a tribute to his mentor, bandoneonist and band leader and composer Aníbal Troilo, who was an iconic figure in tango history, and he was Piazzolla's mentor. And Piazzolla started as a bandoneon player in his band. He started as a bandoneon player, then started as later Troilo asked him to write arrangements, and so when Troilo died, Piazzolla wrote a suite with 4 pieces. We are going to play the fourth one, Sita, which is a homage to Troilo's wife. is that he wrote beautiful songs. And this is one of them. It's called Los Pájaros Perdidos from 1973. Lyrics by Mario Trejo. And our version starts with a poem by Julio Cortázar.
Amo los pájaros perdidos, friends, in the cigarettes, in the coffee and the wine. At the edge of night they rise, like those voices that are singing somewhere far away, a song you can't make out. The dead tell more, but in a whisper. The living are a warm hand and a roof, the sum of what I lost and what I gained. So one day, in the ship of shadows, I'll clothe myself in their absence with this close tenderness that speaks their names. Amo los pájaros perdidos que vuelven desde el más allá, a confundirse con un cielo que nunca más podré recuperar. Vuelven de nuevo los recuerdos, las horas jóvenes que di, y desde el mar llega un fantasma hecho de cosas que amé y perdí. Todo fue un sueño que perdimos, como perdimos los pájaros y el mar. Un sueño breve y antiguo como el tiempo, que los espejos no pueden reflejar. Después busqué perderte en tantas otras, y aquella otra y todas serán vos. Por fin logré reconocer cuando un adiós es un adiós. La soledad me devoró y fuimos dos. Vuelven los pájaros nocturnos que vuelan ciegos sobre el mar. La noche entera es un espejo que me devuelve tu soledad. Soy solo un pájaro perdido que vuelve desde el más allá, a confundirse con un cielo que nunca más podré recuperar. Soy solo un pájaro perdido que vuelve desde el más allá, a confundirse con un cielo que nunca más podré recuperar.
Now we are going to to finish off this first half with a tango by Astor Piazzolla called Tristezas de un doble A. The double A in the title means the brand name of his bandoneon. As you might be aware, the bandoneons were mostly made in Germany, and the most famous, like the Stradivari of the bandoneon, is Alfred Arnold, and he used to stamp his name as AA, so double A, and they are known as the Stradivari of the bandoneon. So he composed this as a special homage to the bandoneons of the past, and it became, originally he wrote it for his nonette, and later it became a central piece in his concerts around the world with the quintet. So Tristezas de un doble A, and Piazzolla singled out this piece as one of his favorites also, and one of his best pieces.